Hey everyone, this is Wade from fishfindermounts.com and FlowTube Fanatics, and we've got here today opening the box review of the Helix 7 DI GPS. We did this actually last year with the Helix 5 DI version. Now we've got the Helix 7 here. A little bit late to the party. I think this has been out for a little while here, and there's probably a few videos on YouTube now, but you know, we're always trying to create good videos so that people can see, you know, at one source, our channel, everything that they could possibly want to know, or you know, at least scratch the surface fairly well on products that are out there for sonar applications, especially obviously fishing. So we've got the Helix 7 here in the box. I won't prattle on too much about that, and I'll show you what that looks like out of the box. And I'm going to do what we like to do on this channel, fishfindermounts.com, and that is, once we get it out of the box, put it on a working mount, a mount that gives you everything you need to mount and power your fish finder on your boat, and to do it without drilling holes or anything and wrecking the boat. Maybe you rent boats, or you borrow a friend's boat, or you have multiple boats and you want to share your beautiful Helix 7 amongst those boats. You don't want to have more than one, you just want to have one finder. Maybe it's budgetary reasons or whatever it might be. Well, our mounts allow you to do that. Our mounts from fishfindermounts.com, they give you everything. This one here, this is our 10 amp hour kit, gives you everything you need to mount and power your fish finder straight out of the box. So we'll get to that, but first what we'll do is, like I said, we'll open up the Helix 7 DI GPS. So let's get started with that. So we're going to open this guy up here. I just cut the tape off of it. So this is brand new, just opening it for the first time right now. And we actually traded some of our mounts for this actual finder. And here we go, it comes out in one. It's empty inside the box now, so somewhat anticlimactic in terms of that, but inside of that came this insert with all of the components nicely, recyclable material, so that's good that Hummingbird's doing it that way. Here is the control head, the Helix 7 control head, and that's a good size control head. We actually have the Garmin 7SV, and it is much lighter than this control head. Hummingbird's still using the same connectors, push-in connectors. I'm a fan of Lowrance's connectors. They are all screw-in. That's one thing I think is a knock against Hummingbird. I've used the Helix 5. Going away from the connectors here, I've used the Helix 5, and it's the screen and the readability of the screens and the brightness of the screen, the high definition screen, fantastic. And in fact, you know, you can get in other units out there, other manufacturers, they'll say that they use chirp, and they probably do, but the problem is, if you have a chirp signal and you've got a low resolution screen, it's only going to be, you're only ever as good as your weakest signal, so your weakest link, we should say. So I found, when using the Helix 5 last year, it was my favorite finder, because I found that the display was just so, everything was so discernible and readable on there, and the way that the screen was interpreting the signal, just very, very crisp and clear. So even though it's switch fire, it's not, there's no chirp necessarily put in here. Let's rub that off. I got some fingerprints on there. So there's the control head there, and it's all wrapped up in plastic. It's a nice looking unit, I have to say. Very, very sexy, if you will, looking unit. We'll take the, oh, there's the gimbal bracket there. And I've seen this before, so I know how that works and looks and everything. It's similar to the Helix 5, but the brackets are a little larger for the 7 series here. You got your screw packs for various different things, and this actually, these guys here, they're actually the knobs that go in here, so that when you put it on the back here, you can see the mounting nubs. They're sort of locking. You will put these, we'll just do that right now for you guys to see. So we not only open the box and show you what's in there, but we'll show you the assembly, how to put it together here. We'll take these guys out. Looks like they got part numbers, so if you need to reorder, you've got the part numbers there handy. We'll just take these guys and thread them on. Oh, they threaded nice. So there's no swiveling base. I like, you know, I like to refer to the other 7-inch finder we did recently, which is the Striker 7. In contrast to this, the Striker Garmin makes the best, I think, the best mounting posts. I appreciate things of design, because that's what we do. We design mounts, and so that's sort of my personality. And I have to say, the Garmin mounting posts are second to none. They even have a swivel plate built into them. The Humminbird, I think that they've taken. They've saved some money by putting, you know, their technology into the fish finder itself, and not put, you know, a lot of, I guess you would say, effort into just the bracket. It's a basic bracket. It looks kind of nice the way they've done it. But anyways, there it is. It's on, spun on. You can just loosen these off if you like, and then in doing so, you can just set that up where you want it, and then you just tighten them up, and then they're locked in. So there it is. There. Maybe we'll lay that down for everybody. Take this garbage out of the way. And we'll just take the rest of the package apart here. We've got the power cable here. Very simple, a red and black wire. We have transducer mounts. These are hard transducer mounts, so if you want to hard mount it to your transom, they're plastic. There's not a lot of, I think, investment from the manufacturers on these standard little mounts. They just give you the basic of the basic. There's a little slide in guy. It looks like you can just take the transducer mount here, take the little guy here, the front plate, and just put it in, and it swivels, and it'll snap in, I'm sure. Yeah, there you go. It just snaps in. You can dislodge the snapping in right back here. There's a couple little plastic snaps, so you could probably just pressure them, you know, inwards, and then unsnap it if you wish. It's probably what happens. These will break off if you hit something, is the idea. I don't know. It's pretty firm on there, so I'm not sure how reliable that would be. It's a cheap piece of plastic transducer mount. So we'll leave it at that. Here is the transducer. Same transducer for the Helix 5 Di. So the transducer labeling is always on the cable for all these manufacturers, and this particular transducer that came with this unit is the XNT9DIT parenthesis RD in the parenthesis, close bracket, open bracket. So that is the transducer part number there. So it does the down imaging as well as the traditional imaging. And they've got their literature. There's some software here. Electronic manuals, it says here. And there's got some information from Navionics and stuff like that. So if you are a manual, interested in reading the manual, I'll let you do that. I won't shoot that on the video. I'll just leave that where it's at. So there you go. That's all the components of the Humminbird. This is upside down, so we can fix that very quickly. All of the Humminbird Helix 7. These are, there we go, all of the items that really come in the box. There's a few little nuts and screws here, and another little piece of plastic probably for tying up the cord there. Nothing super significant. So pretty basic. Now what we're going to do, from fishfindermounts.com, we're going to take the Helix 7, we're going to put it on this mount. This mount here has a 10 amp hour battery integrated right into it. When you buy this kit, a magnetic boat mounting kit, it gives you everything you need to mount and power your fish finder. That means it comes with a rechargeable 10 amp hour battery in here, and it comes with our patented magnetic transducer mount right here. Very powerful, works awesome, up to 1/4 inch thick, and materials that are 1/4 inch thick. What you do is you put it, this inside magnet, the flat magnet with our logo on here from fishfindermounts.com, you put that on the interior side, inside of the boat where you are, and this ultimately would be on the outside. I'll twist it apart so you guys can see. This one's been beat up a little bit from our trade shows and using it countless times. But that's what it looks like. They're paired magnets. acting like an invisible clamp. If you have this material as an example, right here, you can take it and it snaps on. And when you were a kid, you might have said, "Mom, look, Mom, it's magic," and moved the magnet up and down with a piece of paper. And so you can see how that works as an invisible clamp. This is probably not even a 16th inch thick, so it's probably like aluminum boat thickness here, actually, or maybe a little less. But we'll take that off, and we will go ahead and we'll put the transducer mount together. So this is an actual universal mount. So if you decided you wanted to go with a different manufacturer later on, the mount is universal. So you can go from a Humminbird to a Garmin to a Lowrance fish finder, no problem whatsoever. I did another video on the Garmin 7SV, as I mentioned earlier, and you can see that video on our channel, and we put it on the same mount here that you're going to see here. The Garmin's need a little spacer set that do come with it, with our kit here. So that will do all your striker transducers and your old Echo series and everything. And Echo series, by the way, aren't that old. They're just the strikers are the newer ones that have come out. So there you go. It acts like an adjustable aperture, and there's some grooves and slides here. So it's really nice and works just amazing. You just take this guy, and right now this would be set up on a transom. So you take this guy, you lock it in, and if this was the transom of your boat, it would be on the back of your boat, the inside magnet, as I showed you earlier, on the inside, holding it on there. But you can also put this on the side of your boat too. Let's say you have a really thick aluminum transom or a fiberglass transom. The boat, a lot of time your boat transoms aren't cored all the way through, so all the way down to the floor. So usually there's a space. You'll find that this will work great on at the transom or stern area of your boat. But in the case of you don't have that luxury, if you will, you can still put this on the side. You just turn it. You can see the bisecting hole here on the transducer mount. You just, as I just did there, you can just turn this. That's the transom, and this is the side of a boat, just like that. So if you have a canoe or kayak, again, this is what you want, because you don't have a transom or a stern as such, that's flat, and you can put something like this on there, on one of those styles of boats. So there you go. That's as simple as it gets. That's and this kit actually comes exactly like this. There's an extension arm here already on it. I'll just snap this on. The extension arms here and the root arms here, and you don't need the extension arm necessarily, but I've got it on here just for demonstration purposes. You can see the plastics on here. I'll take that off. So I've got the transducer set up, and the next thing we're going to do is we'll power this unit up. We'll have a look at what the Helix 7 DI GPS, that's the model that we opened up here. We'll put it on our universal plate. The holes are already drilled for you. You can see the whole patterns in here. And we'll just take this guy and put it aside. We'll take the mounting plate off here. I'll just spin this off so you can see how that's done again. Pull that apart. And we'll take the mount, and we want to keep it away. We'll need these instructions here. We want to keep that away from the mounting like adjustment knob. We call this a T-knob or a thumb knob or what have you, something of that nature. And so you want to make sure there's room. So we've got this whole pattern here, 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 and here that line up. And if you take it, we also supply a good screw set in our kit that works perfectly for this. So if you buy the 10 amp hour magnetic boat mount kit from us, giving you everything you need to mount and power your fish finder straight out of the box, you'll get these screws. They're perfect for this application. And we'll just get them set up in these little holes here. Let's start with the ones on the outside here, closer to me. We'll line those guys up. Take this guy. Just keep it on low torque. You don't need a high torque to do this. If you're using a power drill like I have here in my hands. So your torque on your driver is set right here. If you're using one of these, I had it set to 4 or 5. So that's good enough. These finders aren't that heavy. This one is a heavier one out of the ones at 7 inches I've seen or felt, but this is going to be plenty. The screws almost come all the way through. They're pretty much flush with the bottom here, so there's lots of you know, like grab there now. And we'll take this guy. We're going to put that on here. Here it snap in nicely here. You know what, folks? I think what I'll do is I'm going to mount it on this way because I don't want this hovering over top of the mounting or the adjustment knob here. So I'm going to put it the opposite of that. Take the drill again. Power drill, power driver, whatever you like to call that. Turn that guy around there. So I have the Hummingbird writing opposite to our writing on the plate here, on the mounting plate. And so I've got that done. This guy can go on there. I've done that on purpose because it's easier to handle these two things together before it's on the mount. Because the mount's got the battery and it's fairly heavy. It's not super light. It's about 7 or 8 pounds this year. Everything together, you know, it adds up a little bit. So there's the adjustment knob. As you can see, I've taken the hole here. Just put that on the stud here, the 1/4 stud, and this rotates 360 degrees just beautifully. It's fantastic. And then you can just lock it down. Really nice. It's locked in there firm. And we'll just take this guy and we'll take the unit. Yeah, she's all nice. We'll take the knobs again. There we go there. And we are going to do the final power-up operation here in a sec. What we have to do is we provide this package of cables. Move this stuff out of everybody's way. We provide this package of cable with the kit as well. You can see the cable power plug coming out of the box already. We have a mating power plug that you're going to take your power cable here, as you see with the Helix 5. It's a pretty straightforward cable. Some of these units you get, not this one, but others, they'll have other cables coming out. Those are NMEA data transfer cables often. You don't need them when you're using it just with our mounting systems, so you can cut them off, or you can, we're going to take this crimper, you can tape them back, whatever. But we're going to take this crimper here and crimp this on. It's positive. The positive, we've marked them for you. So the plus sign to the red. I hope the camera can see this nice and close here. I've got a pretty nice handy professional crimper here, so it's nice. But if you have to in a pinch, you could use the back of a plier or something. You usually have a pinch point in the back if you need to. We actually also provide a few extra cable crimps, or a couple extra crimps, if in case you make a mistake and you have to do it again, at least you've got that extra chance. I myself have done some trial and error jobbies over the years, so it's nice to have that. So we're going to take the negative now we're doing and crimp that down nice. So you've got these cables in there good. You want to test them, make sure that they're in there good. Maybe you want to crimp it in 2 spots even to be double sure, right? It's very important you get these crimps on there good and right, because if they're not connected properly, you get everything out in the water and it doesn't run and you're frustrated and upset. So it's the best thing to get everything together before you go out, test it out, power it up, make sure everything's running, because when you get out in that water, you don't want to come back into the dock and go up to your cabin or go up to your tent or go up to your whatever, wherever you're staying lodge. So what have we done here, Wade? Well, we've created a power cable that now has a power plug. Instead of the 2 wires that were just stripped and bare, we've actually got a power plug that perfectly integrates with the power plug out of this. So it's fabulous. And we have a charger on our site we sell separately, and it has the same plug, so just seamless. This mounting system has these cable tie slots, so you take the cable ties. They also come in a kit here, so you can see them here, and they would go through here. I won't do it in the video. There's lots of videos we have on our channel. You should subscribe to our channel if you've seen this video, if you haven't done already. We're always coming out with new products, new things, new how-to-do videos. So it's a good idea maybe to have a subscribe there, and you'll see in your email, it'll send you alerts whenever we bring out new videos. But you would bunch that up here, tie that right against here so it's nice and tidy. We also have them on the other side here in this spot, so you can tie this to the power cable. I put it in the back here. It's where I do it. And we're going to take this guy. And for the video, it's kind of dark here. I'm going to take this off so you guys can see in the video exactly how this is done. Actually, you know what? You don't even need to take these off all the way, because the gimbal bracket it's got slots, as you just saw there. So it's not fully enclosed, which is actually forward thinking and good. So we're going to take the power cable. You can see it's a 2-termination power cable. This is the male. This is the female, where you'll be plugging it in right here. And you just take that guy, it's notched, and this has the associated female notch here, and you just plug that in. Now I'm not going to power it up yet. I'm going to put it back on the mount. Just wanted to show you guys how that looked, how to do that. Some of you guys might be really good at this stuff and you're mechanically inclined, but there are people out there, believe it or not, that aren't that mechanically inclined. So they really appreciate when I go to this length of detail. You might be rolling your eyes, but a lot of people are like, yes, thank you for doing all that. So here we have it. It's on the Fish Finder Mounts 10 amp hour magnetic bolt mount kit. You have everything you need here. The magnetic transducer mount. Watch our other videos. We've got lots on this. And we are going to power up the Humminbird Helix 7 DI GPS. There she goes. It says transducers connected. Press exit to leave the demo. Well, we don't want to leave the demo. So it will go into demo, I'm sure. There we go. So you could look at the menu system. It's in demo, so I'm not sure how reactive this is going to be. View, let's see. Yeah, it's not doing anything. So if we took the transducer out, I'm not sure. Oh, it said the transducer is connected, but the transducer was not connected. So maybe I read it wrong. It said disconnected probably. But I'm sorry, it won't let you fool around with it too much like other units do when it's in demo. Yeah, everything's just, so if I go exit, oh, there you go. So the exit button allows you to scroll through the different views. So here's the down imaging, split screen. You can actually adjust this. Little green arrow is showing you that you can adjust the screen, you know, like ratio here if you want this side to be smaller or bigger than the other side. Oops. But yeah, there you have it. This 10 amp hour kit will power this fish finder all day long on your boat, and it's super portable. I mean, here you go. That's it there. That's the kit. You can just carry it like this out with you to go fishing. You can maybe get your own little bag. Eventually we'll probably have our own little bag that we'll put on our website, but you know, the gunnel clamp creates a nice little sort of handle for it, and allows you to carry it nice and neatly. So this is Wade from fishfindermounts.com and Flow-Tube Fanatics. We are making all fish finders portable, and we give you everything you need. When you come to us, you're not going to Ram and you're not going to Scotty and all these different guys to get the bits and pieces you need, or Home Depot or whatever. You come to us and you get everything you need in one box. That's it. You buy your fish finder from wherever, maybe Bass Pro, Cabela's, whoever. You buy this mount and you're done. And like I said, if you have a situation where you're renting boats, you have multiple boats, want to share it among those boats, kayaks, canoes, the list goes on. This is an amazing solution for you. So thanks for watching, everyone. Call us at 1-855-784-3474 to get your amazing portable fish finder mounting solution. Our mounts make all fish finders portable. Thanks for watching, everyone.